Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. MC-Mura here, and in today's video we're gonna be talking about the single most important tier list we're gonna be making for Street Fighter, and it is the Waifus tier list. Now Street Fighter 5 is in a very interesting place when it comes to this because obviously the game is full of waifus. I'm gonna be talking about all of these characters up until Rose. Thess is not included in this list because Thess is not even human, right? So let's talk about them. Right? And Street Fighter in general is very interesting when it comes to waifus because it's full of teams, right? Like there is Team Chun-Li, there is Team Kami, there is Team Sakura. There are like a couple of pillars when it comes to the waifu universe that are very attractive to a bunch of people, but obviously there are others who are really cool as well. So let's start first, and the first character is Kolin. And on this list, characters are gonna be based around on their looks, their personalities obviously, and just general appeal. And Colleen for me is like a she's between A and B, and I'm not sure how low I want to go with this one. But let's say that Colleen is B. Colleen is attractive in a way. She is cute, as you can see. She obviously is pretty thick. But Colleen does not have the most impressive personality. Some of like she's not a person you would wanna be friends with, to be honest. Obviously she gets a little bit psychotic. She does seem to have some rage outbursts, so I don't know. For me, Colleen is a B. I'm sure there are some Colleen lovers out there, but for me, Colleen is just a B tier waifu. Sorry, guys. And next up is Laura, and Laura I think is an A tier waifu. The thing about Laura is obviously the appeal is off the roof, right? Like when it comes to raw appeal, Laura is very high up there. No one doesn't like Latinas. Latinas are like top tiers by default. So Laura is very powerful when it comes to this aspect. It's just that I don't know how to say it, but she comes off as a little bit stupid, and that is kind of putting. I mean, to me, that is kind of putting. So I wouldn't put Laura above the A tier, but she obviously is a pretty powerful waifu. Next up, let's start from the other side, and Rose. Rose is an easy S tier waifu in my opinion. Rose is exactly what you are looking for in a waifu. She is mature, she is incredibly attractive, she kind of have a cute accent, smart. Rose is like everything. She's honestly like an S tier waifu. I don't think many people can debate this one. She is fantastic. Let's pick someone from the middle. Ibuki. Ibuki I'm not the biggest fan of in my opinion. I know there are some people who really like Ibuki. She is kinda cute, like she have a cute voice obviously. I don't think she is that attractive in Street Fighter 5. She does have the weird teeth thing going on, and even in the previous game, Ibuki kinda had like a boob nerf coming from 4 to 5. If you looked at the previous models of Ibuki coming to Street Fighter 5, they kinda nerfed her assets in a way. But I generally never enjoyed Ibuki, to be honest. Like, she's too young for my liking. Not really a big fan of the schoolgirl archetype in general, so I'm not the biggest fan of Ibuki. Sorry guys if you love Ibuki, but she is not that amazing. And next up, let's put out someone from here, Falk. I do think Falk is A tier. Falk seems, out of all of these characters, Falk feels the most like a real person. I don't know why. Like, her very quiet demeanor, she sounds like you. Falk has the personality of your older sister, if that makes sense, right? So while that isn't fantastic for a waifu, she does have the appeal. Obviously, Falk is very cute, but also some people like that. Like some people like the responsible type. So I can see many people finding Falk to be very attractive, and obviously she is very cute. So Falk is up there. Next up, let's talk about Juri. This is a weird one. Juri is weird because this one for me is all over the place. I personally am not into the crazy type, right? So it's like I know some people love the crazy waifu thing. That one is not for me. But the appeal of Juri in Street Fighter V is insane. Like I honestly think she's like the most like she is the most physically attractive out of all of the ladies in the game, in my opinion. Just everything about her is kind of perfect. So Juri is in a weird spot. I put her in the A tier. I'm not a big fan of the masochist, the masochist, abusive, kind of crazy waifu thing she have going on. I'm not too hot on that thing, but obviously her appeal in this game is crazy. Like she's one of the characters I would never actually consider, but she is strong in Street Fighter 5 in my opinion. Now let's look at Menat, and Menat is weird. I will also put her in the A. I think Menat is very cute. She's like, out of all of the characters, I do think she's probably the cutest, right? Like if we are building it from like cute to attractive or sexy, Menat is by far the cutest, both personality wise and just looks. She doesn't look as sexy as much as she looks cute. So I do like that, and obviously she's Egyptian, so she takes an extra point for that. She's also, I think, the only one dark-skinned waifu in the game, so that is another added bonus. So there is a lot going on for Menat. I'm just not a fan of super young girls. Maybe if Menat was a little bit older, she would be in like the S tier category, but for now I do think she's like an A tier one. She is pretty cute though. And Lucia, and I know this one might surprise some people, but I do think Lucia is an S tier waifu. A lot of people are put off by her accent. She kind of had a very interesting accent going on, the pardon and coffee and all of that stuff, and the way she pronounce things. But I honestly found that to be very cute. Like she is already like the attractive type. She does have a pretty attractive look. And obviously the attractive cop is like an interesting design, and she is but the personality give her the cutie factor as well, right? So it's like she has the cute going on while also having the attractive going on. She looks like she would be a funny girl to hang around with, so I do think Lucia is very, very powerful. Next up is gonna be our Mika, and our Mika's B in my opinion. So our Mika, I feel like she isn't someone I would ever think about in the waifu way, because she is just so cute. Like our Mika is adorable in my opinion. Like she's a character who is completely adorable. She kinda reminds me, she's like a non-evil version of Harley Quinn. She seemed like a very innocent girl in a way. I am kinda surprised that they are going this ham with her in the costumes and the revealing costumes department, because honestly Mika, like out of all of these characters, Mika's probably the one that act on sexuality the least. Like yeah, she have a butt attack, but nothing about Mika, nothing about her personality is about sex appeal at all. So I'm not really sure why they go that hand in this direction, but she is a very cute girl, so I do think she is a B. And next up is Karin, and I do think Karin is an A. She is cute in her own way. Obviously, some people love the I want to say the pretentious princess archetype. Like some people love that. I'm not too hot on it, to be honest. But Karin is she's cute in her own way. She's like she's like the one who like will do some mischiefs, and you will laugh it off as you see her doing that, right? But she can be trouble, I feel like, if you hang around with her too much. But obviously she is still kind of cute, so Karin goes to the A. And also one of the few characters in Street Fighter 5 who doesn't have crazy proportions. And I do that is off-putting to some people, but for me personally, it is cute, right? So Karin goes into the A. Next up we have Poison. Poison is A in my opinion. Poison is she's like she breaks the it's like if we talk about the attractive scale, it's like a thermometer. Poison totally demolishes that. So when it comes to raw appeal, she's off the charts. Like Poison is absurdly strong. But obviously, Poison is also a very punk-like character, so I'm not sure she would be a good waifu. You know, she doesn't seem to. She's like, she seems like she would be like a good partner in crime, but I'm not sure if Poison would be like a good waifu. So I do think, but obviously her qualities are insanely high. So she goes into the A tier. Now we are left with the top three. These are the ones that everyone's been waiting for. The main waifu camps of Street Fighter in general: Cammy, Chun-Li, and Sakura. And I'm gonna start first with Sakura. I know there are so many people who, like, for them Sakura is their ultimate waifu. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I have actually never liked Sakura. Completely honest here, she's a character I have never liked. If I was talking pre-Street Fighter V, I would have put in Sakura here in the B tier, but after Street Fighter V, after they kinda aged her a little bit, and she does actually have a very relatable personality, and even her story is kinda relatable. I know the hunger for Ryu thing is kind of funny in the story, but I actually found her storyline being like a young adult and not knowing what to do in her life. The idea of she's like, what is the point of all of this fighting and all of that? I found that to be really relatable actually. So for that, for me, Falk or Sakura goes into the top of the A tier. I do think she is very cute. She's very well done in Street Fighter V, in my opinion. She gained, she went up a ton in Street Fighter V in my eyes personally. So I do think she is a very cool character and goes into the A tier. And next up we have Cammy and Chun-Li, and this is like the grand finals of waifus. This one goes into the S, and Chun-Li goes into the second row for me. So I do think Rose is the ultimate waifu of Street Fighter as it stands right now, but for me Chun-Li is a very powerful second, and Cammy is obviously in the top tiers as well. I think both of these characters have incredible appeal, right? Like, Chun-Li is very attractive, there is the legs thing going on. If you are into that, Chun-Li is the queen. I am into that, so Chun-Li is queen. Cammy is very attractive in her own right, obviously. But I don't enjoy the silent, angry, super serious demeanor of Cammy. Thing about Cammy is she doesn't seem like that fun to hang around with. So she's very cute. Cammy is very cute. I understand that some people find her very attractive. So she is very cute. She is attractive, obviously. And the British thing is a very good bonus. Anyone with like a British accent is an added bonus. But obviously, Chun-Li or Cammy, she seems like too serious of a girl to hang around with, and that doesn't seem that fun. Chun-Li is obviously queen, right? She is super attractive in my opinion. I do like generally the dark hair over the blonde, so she gets that. The leg thing is an added bonus. I love stalking, so it's an added bonus. The thing about Chun-Li is that she does, especially I would say in Street Fighter V and in Street Fighter 3, they went more for the motherly side over the young girl style. Like, and I do find that to be attractive, to be honest, but I will still rather hang out with Rose. For some reason, Rose for me strikes the perfect balance between appeal and personality. She is kinda serious, but also at the same time, there is like authoritative aspect to her that I find to be really cute. But obviously, Chun-Li is top tier as well. Like, if I am to judge these two, like, Rose is 9.5 and Chun-Li is 9, right? Also, obviously, while Chun-Li, obviously, the thighs and the leg and all of that is fantastic, I do kinda enjoy is a more well-rounded assets of Rose, in my opinion. But both of these are obviously amazing characters, and all of them are quite honestly amazing waifus. Some of them more than others, but you can't really go wrong with any of them. Let me know what you think of this list, if you have enjoyed it or not. I'm sure there are gonna be a ton of disagreements in the comment section below, but let me know your opinion. I will be leaving a link to the Discord page and the Patreon page in the description below. Thank you very much for watching and stay safe.